between views a whole lot easier with a 3D model, and especially when displaying dimensions and annotations. Now it's much easier to align those dimensions in a 3D environment so that you could have dimensions and pictures show up where you want them to. The annotations within a model as well are now completely ANSI 14.41 compliant drawing symbols as well. So all those annotations have been increased and up to code now. Within a drawing environment, we've seen a vast increase in the user interface. Instead of the usual drop-down and pop-up menus, you see now all the tools are in this ribbon menu, which you might recognize or see something similar to that in a Microsoft Office environment. We now have this ribbon toolbar at the top that controls all the tool menus up there. And the right-click menu that you choose within the drawing document is dependent upon your choice in that ribbon selection, so your right-click choices will change with that as well. And now it's a whole lot easier to do things like add in a dimension in a specific spot in a drawing, add in or remove tolerances to dimensions as well. And adding annotations is as simple as just right-clicking and adding in those structures as well. Also, one of the highlighted features is we now have a print preview option from your drawing menu as well. So now you can preview the prints of the drawings that you've just made before sending them to a plotter and making a hard copy. This preview menu allows you to see what they will look like before printing out, which will largely decrease your waste from mistakes in drawings before they're printed out. Now we're going to highlight the capabilities of ProEngineer between multiple systems. What we have here is an example of importing a SolidWorks file into ProEngineer 5. And there is an import wizard that will walk you through the import steps to get those files into a ProEngineer environment. And also, as it generates that model, it will also generate a log file within the import wizard to, if there's any problems that it runs into, it will record them and help you through them as well. When exporting from ProEngineer 5, we also have a new capability in terms of three-dimensional PDF documents. So now these view states that we've showed you and highlighted can also be exported to a 3D PDF document. And you can export that to an Adobe file and open that up. And now those same view states that you viewed within the ProEngineer environment can also be viewed in that PDF document. So those dimensions, view states, and orientations can all be viewed from that three-dimensional PDF file. Last, we wanted to go over some of the social product development that's available in ProEngineer 5. In this example, we're going to see a user interacting between ProEngineer 5 and the PTC's product point as well. What we're going to see here is as a person begins to work on an assembly, they get this toaster pop-up that tells them that someone else has started to edit the file they're working on. From this toaster pop-up, they can actually see that the other person is available as well. So in that toaster pop-up, what they're going to do is we can go in and actually start an in-session instant message with that person. So they can discuss what kind of changes are being made and why in that. So in this example, the user we're viewing has asked the user who has locked the part to if they could make their changes first, and they agree. So what we're going to see is the other user is going to go and unlock the part, and we get a toaster pop-up that is now available for editing. So now our user can go in and edit a specific part and change any dimensions or tolerances that they wish. And we're just going to make a quick edit here, changing the dimension of one of the parts. And once we make that change and we save it, what happens is our ProEngineer 5 version will update with our server, our product point server, and synchronize them, similar to the way an Outlook will synchronize with your email server and update that file on the server side. And you see at the top our iteration of the version will increase from version 0.1 to version 0.2 as we made that change. Our second user will get a toaster pop-up saying that the assembly that they are working on is now out of date because we have updated a part within that assembly. So now that person can simply right-click and update their assembly with the new information. All right. So that is seen. Now you've seen some of the demonstration videos and some of the highlights within ProEngineer 5. You see, from just a general standpoint, we now allow graphical browsing of parts, and we have a lot of capabilities in terms of saved views and states within the diagrams and models. And we have a lot more control over background colors and schemes, including reflections and opacity. In terms of interactive modeling, we now have reflection capabilities of parts as well, and we also have dynamic real-time editing features that really help when modeling a feature, seeing how the changes we make affect the overall model. In terms of details of a model, we now have new annotation symbols and are able to align those symbols and dimensions more capable in a 3D environment. There's a vast overhaul to the drawing tools, including that ribbon toolbar that helps streamline a lot of the tools and utilities available in a drawing document. And we now also allow print previews between sketches, so now we can preview the drawing files before sent off to a hard copy. The data exchange within ProEngineer 5 has also increased, so now we are fully capable between SolidWorks and Autodesk Inventor. And now we can also export the models to three-dimensional PDF documents with those saved view states and orientation. And you've also seen today an example of social product development, specifically multiple users working on a similar model that have interaction with each other and are now capable of collaborating and working on those documents together. All right. If you want to find further information about ProEngineer version 5.0, there is the PTC website on ProEngineer 5.0 available. And then if you want to see more videos, the Interactive Demos website, which is off of that same ProEngineer 5 website, is also available. And that has a lot more videos if you're interested in specific features such as piping, cabling, that electrical spark analysis tool, more model simulations. Those have some very good videos that you can watch as well that go a little bit more in depth into the capabilities of ProEngineer 5.
Joe, thank you very much. Excellent in showing what some of the new capabilities of Wildfire 5 are out there. I know there's a lot of different variations between 2 and 5. Some companies are still utilizing 2. There is the interoperability to work in 5 with the files from 2. Unfortunately, just isn't backwards compatible. So for those that are utilizing it in different environments or mixed environments, we understand, and we just want to make a quick note of that. I think some of the great enhancements that are coming out of PTC these days are the understanding that there are multi-CAD environments out there and how to work within those multi-CAD environments as quickly and efficiently as possible. So the interaction with SolidWorks has been a great addition and reason for a company to possibly take a further look at moving to Wildfire 5 or even obtaining Wildfire 5 for the first time, and also with Inventor too. So we definitely welcome any questions you guys have when it comes to that multi-CAD environment. It's an area we work with quite a bit when it comes to working with the multi-CAD and showing folks what they can do when they're managing their data too. So Joe just mentioned briefly the product point, and that's also an area that is a major focus inside of PTC in collaboration with Microsoft, and that's giving us some new areas to let customers work with their SharePoint developments to enhance their communication throughout the companies. So at this time, does anybody on the call have any questions or comments or anything else? And you can see Joe's information there. You can always give him a ring if you got any other questions, and if we can't answer them, we'll definitely get a source to get you that information too. So does anybody have any questions? Looks like we're all good. We again want to thank you all for coming on, and feel free to give us a holler anytime. Again, it's productspace.com, and our main number is 630-495-27 2999. I'm at extension 8105, and again, my name is Nick, and I work with Joe quite often on the